Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. Today's episode is all about harissa, that beautiful Moroccan spiced paste that just gives so much flavour. I've got some sweet potato wedges with a harissa Labneh dip, absolutely delicious. And then we've got a harissa spiced chicken burger. It's going to taste amazing. Okay, harissa. Now, I'm actually going to show you it in two forms. I've bought a shop bought paste, which actually is the most familiar, the most common. You can also buy a dry mix as well. So it's got all the spices in, but dry, so it lasts probably longer. But my preference is this one. Have you had this one before?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
It's so good. I mean, just the flavours. So we've got preserved lemon in here. You've got chili, cumin, mint, olive oil. It is just an absolute flavour bomb, and I'm going to show you how to use it. So, sweet potato wedges, okay? That's what we're going to get done first. So, my mother-in-law always moans that sweet potato wedges never get crispy in the oven, and they're right, because they've got quite a high hydration. There's a lot of water in there. So we're going to use the air fryer. It's just beeped at me now just to tell me that it is ready to cook. So I'm just going to peel these really quickly. You can leave the skins on if you want, and to be honest, it's probably healthier because you get that extra bit of fibre as well. But I know sweet potatoes are lower in carbohydrates, aren't they?
Yeah.
So anyone with, ironically, with diabetes, I think can have sweet potatoes is better because there's less carbs in it. Okay? And there's loads of vitamin C in there as well. So, very quick peel, right? And let's just cut these into wedges and get them in the air fryer. So I'm going to cut them into quarters, each half into quarters. So we're going eighths. Put them to one side. But you could just as easily cube them. You can do what you like, really. You don't have to. But what I would do is make sure you cut them consistently into the same size. Because if you don't, one will be cooked. You know, the thin ones will be cooked and the fat ones will be raw. So you want to make sure you get them.
Can these be done with like normal potatoes as well, or is it more the flavours?
You can, yeah, I'd love it with normal potatoes as well. I think that'd be really nice. Right. To help them, a little bit of corn flour. Yeah? Not a lot, just a touch. And then what you'll find, can you see the top of there, Emily? There's a little bit of oil in there on the top. We want a bit more. So what we're going to do is just top it up, like so. Give it a little shake. And then that oil can go on the sweet potatoes. All right? Because we want it to all work. But I don't want it like full on harissa. So it's just a little bit of oil, a little bit of corn flour, and that'll just help them crisp up a little bit, yeah? And that's it. So we're going to whack these in the air fryer at 180 degrees. All right? Give them a good shake. Make sure you get loads of space around them and just cook them till they're crispy on the outside and soft in the middle. Right, so while the sweet potatoes are cooking, we've got two jobs to do, okay? I'm going to talk to you about labneh and how to make that. And then we're also going to make like something that kind of balances the sweet potatoes out just to make them really, really nice. But we'll do labneh first, okay? So labneh is like a Middle Eastern salted yogurt. It's delicious. Let me get my yogurt. Right, so I've got some nice Lancashire Greek yogurt. Who knew, eh?
Fancy.
It's good. It's my favourite yogurt. It's really, really good. Okay, so all I'm going to do is pop my yogurt into a sieve. Okay, stop, don't move. There we go. That'll do. And then you need some salt, but don't use like really expensive salt because we just want this to sort of draw out. So you want a teaspoon of salt. And then what that salt will do, it will draw, just give it a little stir, not much because you don't want to push it through the sieve. You want the salt to draw the excess moisture out. And you have to use a thick yogurt for this. It doesn't work with sort of natural thin yogurts. So get a nice Greek yogurt and then you will just see it draw. Put that in the fridge for an hour like that and I will show you what happens. You made labneh before?
I've never made it before.
So look, I've done this one earlier. Look how much liquid has come out. Yeah? And that's from a thick yogurt. And then you can just see just how sort of thick and rich it turns. So I'll just get rid of that excess there. So now we've got this wonderful, rich, thick yogurt that just, it's so nice to dip things in. So I'm just going to pop that into the bowl, ready for when our sweet potatoes are good. So that's done. Now, when our sweet potatoes are cooked, I want to give them more flavour. I want to balance it all out. So I've got a red onion here. I'm just going to dice it really, really fine, okay? Because we're going to have this raw with the wedges. So it's almost like a Moroccan warm sweet potato salad. Almost. Is that too much?
No, this is a lot of work. Yeah, I'm assuming then you obviously would want to use white onion for this.
No, because they would just blow your head off. I think red onion's a lot sweeter. You could use shallots if you wanted to. That's absolutely fine. It's just a bit of crunch, really. You could use the white part of a spring onion if you wanted to. That's all you've got. I wouldn't do the green part until the end because it'll just wilt. But what we've got now, we're going to squeeze a lemon over this red onion to try and get some sort of acidity in there because we want it to cut through. We've got rich labneh, which the yogurt, and then we've got sweet potatoes. So I think just cutting through would be really, really nice and just give a nice bit of balance. Okay, so let's take a lemon, squeeze it through your hand and catch the pips. Right, and then get your hand in and just squeeze the lemon juice into the red onion and kind of get that lemon to penetrate into them and just sort of break down the onion a little bit. So it's not like a really heavy pickled onion. It's just nice and tangy and ready to go. What we're also going to do then is add a touch of oil, and that will kind of give us a dressing, if you like. I'm just going to pinch a little bit of the final harissa oil in there as well. Not too much, just a little bit. And that's just going to sort of marry all the flavours together now. So just stir that harissa oil in. And then the only thing we need to do is finish with a bit of fresh mint. But don't do the mint until the potatoes are cooked and everything is ready to go, because the acidity will break the mint down and you're not getting that freshness, which is the whole point of using mint, okay? So check on our wedges. You can see, like, they're starting already. I can see that that corn flour is just starting to create a coating, okay? So back in. I think these are probably going to take about 20 minutes, 180 degrees in the air fryer. And once they are done, we can add the mint, we can put it all together, and it'll be absolutely delicious. Okay, air fryer is doing its job. Let's have a look. See, you see how crispy, look, you've got a lovely coat in there. Maybe I should use tongs. These sweet potatoes have got a beautiful crispness to them. So my mother-in-law now will know how to do it because we bought her an air fryer for Christmas. So hopefully...
It's really handy, I think, to have in the house now.
Oh, it's just a norm, isn't it? Everyone's got them now, which is great. So try not to stir it. You don't want to break everything. So just give it a really nice, good mix. Give it a toss. And then that sort of tangy warmth will just make these sweet potatoes absolutely delicious. What I'm going to do as well is just chop a little fresh mint, because that fragrance will be absolutely lovely. A little bit in there. Toss that around again. That is our sweet potatoes. So let me grab a bowl. Right, let's make our labneh ready to serve. So at the moment it's just in a bowl and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But what I quite like to do is put it onto a plate and then just use the back of your spoon and just sort of spread it out. But then you make little reservoirs like that, yeah? Just because then flavour can just sit in those. And then you'll be able to tuck into it. And then if I take some harissa, like that, and maybe some of the oil too, there we go. And then we can continue to just sort of marble that in. Now look at it, now it's going to be just absolutely delicious. There we go. So that is our labneh. Fresh mint on there. And I like to put some nigella seeds on because I just love them. And they just work. In fact, we'll have a bit in there as well. So they're just great. And then take your sweet potatoes and then just pop them into your bowl with the dressing. And you are ready to go. And that is, for me, such a delicious way to use harissa with a labneh yogurt, sweet potato wedges, crispy, tangy, delicious. You've got to make this. Now, while we try this, have a look at how I use a harissa spice powder to make the most delicious chicken burgers. You're going to want to make these delicious harissa chicken burgers. Get your chicken mince and your harissa spice into a bowl with some nigella seeds. Then add a little mango chutney for sweetness and in with some dried breadcrumbs. Crack a free-range egg in and then start to mix it all together. Roll them into burgers nice and gently. Weigh them out to 150 grams each. That means you get a consistent shape. Now time for the bread. Make a basic bread dough. You've seen me do it a million times. Add some nigella seeds and then roll them into bread rolls. Let them prove till they've doubled in size and then you're going to bake them 200 degrees till they're golden and delicious. Now time to cook the burgers. Hot frying pan, place them in the pan, season them with a little salt, cook them till they're golden on one side and then flip them over. Meanwhile, time to make some cucumber salad. Use a peeler, peel a cucumber into a bowl with a squeeze of lemon juice. Then make your burgers, bit more mango chutney and then top it with a lovely cucumber, lemon and nigella seed salad. These harissa burgers are absolutely delicious, so make sure you get in the kitchen and cook them. There you go, that's how you make my chicken burgers spiced with harissa spice, so the dried spice as opposed to the jar of paste. Now, thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you want the recipes, sign up for our newsletter and we will deliver them to your inbox every week while the program is being broadcast live Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok now as well. You can watch us on there live. So thank you very much for watching and I'll see you on the next episode.